What if you could get more of the Jimmy and Nath Show with Emma? You can with the podcast, thanks to What If. You're only a what if away from great holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Let's do podcasts. People, hello. We've started. When I say let's do podcasts, that means we've started.
We've started.
Hello,
everybody.
Hello, darkness, my... Oh, there was something I was going to talk about.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we had we did a new photo shoot for the show,
Yes.
right? So you'll see it on some imagery every now and then.
Yeah.
On this new podcast, we'll have the new photos eventually.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, and honestly, probably the funnest photo shoot I've ever done. We look really good.
Same. I feel like everyone looked great.
They look good. Well, this is what I want to talk about because there was a few different outfits that you kind of recycled through.
Yeah.
And Jim, I want to know if you did this too because when I got changed, I didn't want to get changed in front of everybody because I thought that might have been inappropriate. Yeah. So I walked through the door and stood in the lift foyer, to get changed.
Yeah.
Right?
It was a foyer.
But our building, it's like open windows, right, looking directly at another building. Yeah. So I was full in there, not stark, it's not weighing out, but in my my undergarments, looking directly at a probably 12-person meeting right across the way.
Did you think to turn around or did you keep staring at them in the eyes?
Right. Well, I was like, well, we're here now. You know what I mean? And they were all faced because they were looking at a computer, like a big screen, like a smart screen.
Yeah.
But the smart screen was on the wall and they were facing me to
I'm
look at the smart
not
screen.
sure if because I've never been outside our building on our level to see if it's only one way out glass. Because we can see into their building.
We can see into their building.
Does that mean they can see us?
I'm assuming they could see me.
I didn't even...
So I
got
did
changed.
a little dance for him.
Well, I got changed in the same area, but I didn't even think about looking out to the opposite building.
I love getting changed with a view.
Because what happened was I had my pants off, and then Barb, our receptionist, came
shout
down.
out to Barb.
Oh, Barb.
And so
Love
Barb's
Barb.
caught me with my pants down.
That wouldn't be the first time.
And she, well, okay, this is where Barb's the funniest person. Barb goes, if I had $1.
Enjoy the podcast.
Look, right now, I want to ask on 131060, how'd you get your stuff back? Dating can be hard. Doesn't always lead to the love of your life. You can't always be Emma Chow or Nathan Roy.
No, you can't.
Meeting this beautiful person that you fall head over heels for.
Just land the big fish on the
Get
first
married,
cast.
have kids. You know, you sometimes you're a Jimmy and it took you a while to find the one.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, sometimes you're like my roommate Josh and you'll never find him.
Well, notoriously single roommate, as we now refer to him as.
He's the unofficial fourth co-host of this show. There's so many stories about John.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I love it. He's giving me a lot of content.
Yes,
A lot of stuff
yes.
I
I
can talk
think
about.
we will never have him on the show because he mumbles.
Yeah,
So,
you ever probably wonder if I talk about my roommate Josh and you're like...
I'd love to hear it from him.
Yeah, why don't you get him on? I'm going to do an impression of Josh. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The show yes,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
he's a mumbler.
Yeah.
I met him once, but we didn't really have much of a conversation.
Look, I'll tell
He
you.
thought he was, believe me.
He thinks it's a good conversation. I'll tell you the thing as well. Straight to the man, more the mumble.
Right.
Because enunciating, straight men think that's gay, so they can't do it. They can't enunciate, so they're like, no, mate, I'm not saying any of that weird, fruity
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
See, straight to the man,
Yeah.
more the mumbling.
Yes,
Right.
you're exactly right, James.
Certainly are, Nathan. I'm enjoying my time with you on this radio program this morning. So my roommate Josh is dating. It can be hard when you're dating someone and, you go on dates, you getting to know someone and it can just fizzle. That's just part of dating, right?
Yeah.
So he was seeing this girl. He'd been staying at her place a couple of times. It fizzled out. Nothing went on. They went, nah, look, I'm not keen. She wasn't keen. He wasn't keen. It was the end. Then we're at home one day and Josh realises, doesn't know where his AirPods are. Can't find his AirPods.
Okay.
And so then he hops onto, the app Find My, and you can see where your stuff
Sure.
is. And he can see that the AirPods are at the girl's place.
Oh, they're at her house.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they're,
orkies.
yeah, so they're never like boyfriend, girlfriend. It's just like a few sort of
That's
dates.
a few. I'll take my AirPods over and we.
Yeah.
But they're no longer seeing each other.
No.
So-
he's been trying to contact her and he's heard nothing.
So you mean that he's like, what is he reached out on text,
Yeah,
phone
texting,
calls?
texting, phone calls, nothing.
He said nothing because he doesn't have his AirPods.
But how many times? How many? Is it just
Funny
like
thing
once or twice, or has he repeatedly said, "Hey"?
I think it's been one phone call, a couple of text messages.
Has he rocked up to the place?
Well, I mean, the other thing
That's
was
a bit
too,
weird, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because the other thing he asked me this, and I'll ask you too. This, he was like, "Well, when I went over to hers one night, she was like, hey, don't come in the front, because my roommates are home. Go around the back, keys under the mat, come in." So he knows where the key is.
So he could technically
Yeah,
break
but
in. Okay, how about this? Here's a question for the room.
Yeah.
Is it stealing if you break in to get your stuff back?
That's
Hang on,
a
you're not
great
breaking
question.
in. You are not breaking in because you were told where the key is. And if
Okay.
she has not moved the key, you're actually just entering the house.
Okay, this is true because breaking and entry, that's a crime. But if you have been told where the key is and you're going in to retrieve your own stuff,
Yeah.
is that a crime?
Outside. I mean, we've got some smart people on this team. Is it okay if you're not breaking in, you know where the key is, and you're getting your own stuff back?
Producer Lolo.
Can't hear ya.
The mic's broken. We're sorry,
Oh,
Lolo.
God.
Okay.
EP Tony.
EP Tony.
Yes, apparently it is still considered break and entry if you have a key, if it's unauthorized entry.
But unauthorised means you've asked. I mean, technically he has.
Digital Lozzie. Is it a crime?
Expert on crime here.
Yeah.
Because they asked at a different time, not that time. It's
Yeah.
a crime.
Well, give him
Right.
his AirPods back then.
Exactly.
Is she committing a crime
She's
by
stealing.
ignoring the messages
Yes.
and keeping his AirPods? It's his property.
AirPods are expensive. We're
Yes.
talking like a few $100.
I honestly think this is play on it. He knows where the keys are. He's going in to
He's not gonna break
retrieve
in.
his own thing. He's not going to damage any property.
Her
He's
bedroom
receiving...
is right in the back corner. He said I could just walk in through the door,
Grab the
turn
pods.
right. What'd you say?
Grab the pods.
Check a pulse.
I thought you said grab the pots. Don't steal pots from your
Yeah,
Get
kitchen.
some pots and pans.
May as well take a non-stick while you're there.
Look, I did say I want to ask on 131060, how'd you get your stuff back? Are we committing to that, or should we ask if you can?
I like... What do you...
I reckon 131060. Can my roommate go into this person's
Yeah.
house and
Let
get his?
himself in with the keys.
I would like your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Please call up 131060.
If you're a cop or an enforcer of the law, I'd
Or-
love that too.
If you're someone who's been in a relationship and
Yes.
you're like, you know what, I actually would rather him do that.
Yeah.
Just come over, get it, and piss off.
All
I
right.
don't want to talk to him.
Here's
Maybe
what
she doesn't want the face-to-face.
Is this okay, right? Can Jimmy's roommate not break in?
Use the
and
key.
Get the key.
Use the
Enter.
key. Enter the girl he was seeing's house only to retrieve his own stuff.
And by the way, this is all because she's refusing to respond to messages
Correct.
and
Yes.
to answer the phone.
She's technically now stolen them.
She's stolen
She-
his AirPods. She's holding them hostage.
She's committed the crime. All right?
She's, yeah.
131060. Jump on the phones right now. Should Digital Loz give them back? I mean, that's Michelle. Hi, Mish.
Hi, yeah, no, don't go in.
Oh.
Just, yeah, if what about if he goes in and then he can't find the iPods and then he's gone in and then he's like walking around going, where are my iPods? And he's going through all this stuff. No, it could get worse. It could get so much worse.
That's so true because when you have the location, you just know it's in the house. You don't know exactly where they are. All of a sudden, is he going through drawers?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's yeah, no, and that's a step over the line. I think it's just better off you just wait, get her to either give you the iPod, just say, look, I need my iPods. And if it doesn't, well, just cut your losses.
Yeah.
Because I guess the other is she does have roommates. So again, he could come home, be looking for he believes they're on the bedside table. He does believe he went over one night. Because she lives near us.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
walked over there and he just had the AirPods in, listened to some music on the way over. And then when he got there, he's put them on the
this
bedside.
is
But
the
she
thing.
could have hidden them. He's then
She
in the
could hidden them,
house.
moved
And a
them,
roommate's like, who's this man in the house?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you'd freak out. Also, what
Yeah.
if you're Rudy Nudie walking around your own home and then in walks
Oh,
Josh?
sorry. I thought you had... Why would Josh walk in Rudy Nudie?
No, that's
So he's
a
not
whole
threatening.
other-
I'm not threatening.
Look
I'm
at me.
fully naked.
I'm in a vulnerable position.
Guys, that is
I'm
the
just
threat.
here for
Do you
the
understand?
AirPods. I am completely soft. I mean you no harm.
Jessica.
Hi, how are you?
Jess, good. Is this a crime, yes or no? Can he go in to retrieve the AirPods?
Well, if she didn't want anything to do with him, she would have moved the keys. She would have replied. So I reckon she's just keeping him on the string to keep closer.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you reckon this is a setup? So he goes into the house, uses the key, and she's there covered in roses on the bed.
That-
One AirPod on each nipple.
100%. That could be it.
Okay, this is a little
Because if you didn't want anything to do with him, one, you would have moved the keys already, or two, you would have gave it back. And like other people said, you would have sent a message saying, okay, I'm going to leave him here for you. She's just trying to keep him. She's not ready to let him go.
This is a
Okay.
new twist.
Yes.
guys, we have a former police
Oh, there's a
superintendent
cop.
on the line.
There's a cop, Jim, former police superintendent. Okay,
Love this.
Jim, how long were you a cop for?
38 years.
30, okay, knows what he's doing.
Okay, so Jim, do you know the situation that we're talking about?
I do. It's sort of like something out of Desperate Housewives.
Totally.
Okay, well, Jim, could he do this, or is he committing a crime by doing this?
Look, he doesn't commit a crime. He doesn't unlawfully go into the house. He doesn't break into the house. He's going to retrieve his own property. All that being said, would you do it? Because what would happen down the track if they turned around and said, well, not only did he take the AirPods, he took this, and this, and my gosh, it's blossomed. Why wouldn't you go down to your local police station, who was always willing to help, and say, look, my property, it's in there. I've contacted her on numerous occasions. She doesn't want to surrender the property. I've got a key. Would you come with me while I retrieve my property?
So you can actually go to the police station and say, hey, my stuff's here. I just need to go get it back.
But, yeah, I'd be pretty sure that it's there. You've got to say, look, I'm 100% sure it's there, 100% sure it's my property, and here's the messages I've sent the lady to say, look, hey, it's mine, I want it, I need it back, and she's not responding. I have a key, and, look, the young constables would only be too happy to help.
Okay, so your advice is to go to the cop shop and bring a cop with him to go into the house, but you were also saying that if he didn't bring a cop with him, it's technically not breaking the law.
It's not breaking the law, but gee, you could leave yourself open. Well, yeah, I was there. Well, they're saying that this is missing now and this is missing now. And so all of a sudden, you become the villain.
Okay, well, tell him not to take the TV when he goes in as well.
Trending now with Emma Chow.
Arnie and Patrick Schwarzenegger have done a father-son edition of Actors on Actors. And they got into Patrick's nude sibling scenes in White Lotus. Here's what Arnie had to say about it.
I'm watching your show and I'm watching you with your butt sticking out there. And all of a sudden I see the weenie. And I said to myself, what is going on here? I mean, this is crazy. And then I said to myself, well, Arnold, hello.
God, the weenie,
you did the same thing in Conan and in Terminator and all of those films. You were naked, so don't complain about it. But it was kind of like a shock to me that you would follow my footsteps that closely.
That is one of the all-time great grabs.
Him with his accent saying weenie.
Oh, I bet I see the weenie.
I see the weenie.
I see the weenie.
It sent Patrick too. He was laughing.
I forgot in Terminator when he gets all his kid off too. You don't see his doodle though.
Don't you see his butt?
You see his butt.
Yeah.
It's a chiseled bottom, but you don't see.
Well, I mean, he was also, Miss Olympia.
Wait, the team that you see his doodle in Terminator?
He's full schlong?
No, you don't see his schlong.
Guys, you've downloaded the wrong Terminator. It is still called Terminate Her.
Sperminator, I think that's called.
Yeah, good.
It does get awkward when your parents see you naked though. And so when I was breastfeeding my kids, my dad got really weird about that because obviously you're getting your boobs out.
Yeah, right.
And we would just be having a conversation. The baby would cry.
And would you just go?
And I just
hey, Dad.
I just get my boob out and stick Raffi or Tino
That's
on.
fine. That's
and
normal.
Dad would immediately he'd be mid-sentence and just turn his head to the side. And I said, Dad, it's fine. It's not a sexual thing. Literally, I'm nourishing my kid. At that point, your boobs aren't sexy anymore. They're milk machines.
He probably just feels he probably just wanted to give you privacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're his little girl.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be like,
All my guy mates have seen my boobs too, though.
Hey, show me those milk machines.
What'd you say? Who's seen your boobs?
All my guy mates have seen my boobs as well.
Not all of them.
Not you guys.
We mustn't be mates.
Well, they're not at their peak anymore.
Not at their peak.
I love to see Anna's boobs. I'd grab right under them. Never let go. I'm still breastfeeding.
Oh. Anyway, I want to take your calls, 1360. When did your parents cop an eyeful?
Yeah.
Was it by accident? Did you flash it maybe? I don't know.
No, mine is horrific and has stuck with me for a very, very long time.
What happened?
Well, I was about 15, 16 years old, so you can imagine what happened.
Were you mid-sesh?
Mid-sesh.
Mid-solo sesh?
No, solo sesh, mate. It's 15, 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm insinuating. Mid-solo sesh.
No, he wasn't alone. He had a sock.
Yeah. No, I never used a sock.
I know. It's a joke.
It's Kleenex, that new sponsor. So solo sesh, and here's the problem. So Dad I didn't realise because I had headphones on, right? So Dad knocks on the door to my bedroom, right? And there's two options, right?
Okay.
So option one, and I can only choose one. Option one was to pull the pants up, or option two was to close the laptop.
Oh, I was wondering
You
why
can't
you had
do
headphones
both.
on. Sorry. You were watching something with
Yeah.
your headphones. Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense
Yeah.
now. I'm like, what song are you listening to while you're doing
Check the
that?
Spotify Wrapped on. So you have to
Sorry,
make it.
your head went towards... Oh, yeah.
Gee, he said he had his headphones on. I'm like,
Yeah.
did you pick a song to do that too?
I just want to play it out loud. It's at parents'
I'm
house.
not bloody doing surround
I'm
sound,
not a boy
mate.
who did this when he was 15, 16, so I'm trying to understand, and now I do.
Yeah.
So the option
Oh, you
was...
need to know for your boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
need to
so-
know. I don't... Oh, God.
So the
I can wait for that
That'll be
period of time.
virtual reality by the time they're
Oh
old.
God! So
Yeah.
you could
robots.
choose to shut the laptop
So-
or pull your pants up.
Yes, yeah.
You
yeah.
can
Pull the
do
sheets
both.
up.
Yeah, pull the sheets up. Yeah, essentially. And I decided to pull the pants up.
So just playing...
So Dad walks in, and he just walks in, and like Aussie Dad walks in, and goes, "Oh, mess up on you, mate, did I?"
He
He said, "Mess up on you, mate."
Mess up on you, mate.
And I go, and then I didn't know what to say, so I'm like, "Oh, how did that get there?"
It was a pop up.
It was, and then I stayed in my room for about 3 hours after that.
Did you guys ever talk about
No,
it?
God, no.
Even to this day, you've
Nah,
never spoken about it.
Never
What are
spoken
you
about
going to
it.
say?
Huh?
He knows what you were doing.
Yeah, I walked out and he was watching MASH, doing the same thing, which was weird.
Really got off to Alan Alda.
13 10 60. Jump on the phones right now. When did your parents cop an eyeful? When did your parents cop an eyeful? Accidentally, on purpose, or whatever it is? Did they walk in on you? Did they see you in a bit of a precarious nude position, walk in, whatever it is? If you give us a call as well. Tickets to Friday's Live, Em.
Yeah. Mariah Carey, Lil Jon, Tiny Temper, Pitbull,
Yeah.
Darling.
The lineup
305.
of the century. If you want to go to Friday's Live with you and three of your mates, you call now 13 10 60 because we could be sending you there. All we need to know, 13 10 60, when did your parents cop an eyeful? Hello, Amanda.
Hey, how you going?
Good. Your parents cop an eyeful, Mando?
Yeah, it was actually my mum-in-law. So I was in the shower and I didn't know she was at my house and there was a spider. And I have a fear of spiders. So I legged it out of the shower to go get my missus to kill it. And my mum was just sitting there looking at me. So she got to meet all of me.
Oh, so you had obviously everything out. You haven't grabbed a towel or anything, Mando? You're just
Nah.
you're there with everything
Just
on.
gone.
Yeah.
Completely
Mother-in-law,
naked. I ran out and I'm like, there's a spider. And then I'm like, oh, hi, Mum. There's still a spider.
Did she say anything? Did she avert her gaze?
She just went, hello. Just kept like really good eye contact.
Oh, yeah. Don't look anywhere except the eyes. Don't look at the boobs. Don't look at the
Yeah.
bits. Just don't look.
Yeah.
This is what my daughter's working with. You know? Get on you, Amanda.
He didn't say anything to you, but she talked to her daughter later and went, well done.
Glenn.
Hey, how are you?
Good, mate. Your parents cop an eyeful.
Oh, unfortunately, mate, I was Sunday session. The future wife was cowgirl style on top.
Oh, my
Parents walked in
God.
with a hot breakfast, thinking they'd surprise us, think we were asleep, and they copped the full eyeful, mate.
Wait, your parents or her parents?
My parents.
Your parents walked in, so you were both having a hot breakfast. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
So what did they say? Did they walk straight out?
They quickly walked out. We were in the room trying to decide how to approach the situation. I sheepishly went out and said, we'll take that breakfast now.
Oh, my God.
Jim M, if there's one thing I hate paying for more than parking, it's road tolls. You're essentially
Such a
paying.
rip.
It's so dumb. You're paying to drive on a road. Where else are you going to drive? You know what I mean?
It's because the government sold all our roads, mate. Now we've got to pay these companies. That's what it is, mate.
Just privatising.
Privatising everything, mate.
Privatisation.
It's just ruined. It's ruined this great country of ours, just state of ours, just cigarette.
It's just everything is just revenue raising. It's just revenue bloody raising,
Mate,
mate.
buddy, I should be able to speed, mate. If my car goes 300, should be able to speed that much. Well, you got to find me. It's revenue raising. It's best. Let me tell you that, mate.
Tolls on the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the tunnel. How about this? They will rise for commuters for the second time in 16 years. This is nuts. Western Sydney commuters could be forking out $39 a day for a round trip.
That is not cool.
$39. So how about this? A weekday peak hour return trip from Liverpool. I'm sure there's people listening in their cars right now. If you're heading from Liverpool or Campbelltown into the CBD, it's going to cost you $39.10. A day. If you're coming from Blacktown to the city, $38.03. I don't know where they get these numbers from, but it's so wild. In 2009, it was 3 times less than that. This is insane.
There was a study done because, like, during COVID, everyone worked from home, right? And then, COVID disappeared or never existed, whatever you believe. And then people had to come back to work, but, like, a lot of offices and places didn't have rules. So a lot of people go, well, I can keep doing my job at home. I'll come to the office 1 day a week. Then a lot of places went, all right, no, you have to go, I don't know, let's say if you work in a fortnight, 10 days, you've got to be there at least 8 of them or something. A study was done and it found that most people in Western Sydney didn't want to come to work because of the toll.
Because if you're thinking about it, it's $200 a week.
Mate, and you've got like families to feed and rent and mortgages to pay.
And a lot of these places, right, you have to pay for parking on top of that. So you're paying for the toll, then you got to get and go pay for parking. And as you said, then you got to feed family, you got to put all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Then you got to put fuel in the car. I get why people want to work from home.
Well, here's the thing. I think I've got the answer to everybody's problems, right? For tolls. Find yourself what I'm calling a road toll daddy. What's a road toll daddy, I hear you guys ask?
No,
what's a road toll daddy, I hear you ask?
No, not that bit. What a great question, Jim and Em. A road toll daddy is somebody who pays for your road tolls either unknowingly or knowingly, right? So for a very long time, I had my dad's road toll beeper on my car, right? And he was paying for my road tolls for years because I didn't have one when I was a kid because you get your license at like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And for years, he was paying for it.
Knowingly or unknowingly?
Unknowingly. Until one day when I'm like 26, Mum calls me going, hey, you owe your dad a lot of money. And then Dad's like, mate, we'll just wipe it, but you're going to have to get your own little buzzer. For years, I didn't have to pay it. This road toll daddy could be somebody you live with. Just borrow their one from their car. When you go for a little drive, beep. You know what I mean? Maybe your business. Maybe your business could pay for it. Find a road toll daddy. Whoever it is, it's the key.
Even an ex. Sometimes they leave the thing in your car.
Yeah, or
and then
take
you
it when you go.
And then it's,
Steal it when you leave.
Steal it when you leave.
Every now and then I'd borrow my now wife's car, Meg. Her dad's road toll thing was in her car. Another road toll daddy. At once, I had 2 road toll daddies going.
Wow.
Wasn't paying.
You really get around.
I had 2 road toll daddies.
One over here.
Genius. I mean, the team outside, any of you guys ever had road toll daddies before? Oh, yeah. Oh, digital Lozzie.
She's an expert.
She'd have a few road toll daddies, surely.
No,
did she?
I had a road mummy.
Okay.
Yeah, road toll mummy.
So your actual mum?
Yes.
And she willingly paying for your road toll?
She still is, yeah. She doesn't know, though.
She doesn't know.
Mum, you didn't hear this. No.
It's the other Lauren. It's the other Lauren.
Okay, here's what I want to do. Well, here's what I think we should do. 131060, jump on the phones right now. Do you have or have you had a road toll daddy? Val, hi, Emmy.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a road toll daddy, Emmy?
I do, and I think I only just realised as you guys were talking about it.
Oh.
I drive every day over the Harbour Bridge into the city from the Northern Beaches, and I realised my dad's toll is the one in my car. And he doesn't know how to access online banking, so I don't think he realises.
Play on then, Emmy. Congratulations.
Yes. Unbeknownst. See, this is the best kind of road toll daddy is the unaware road toll daddy. How much do you? I mean, you probably don't even know how much you pay because you're not paying.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part. I actually didn't know it was that expensive until you guys started talking about it.
Well, don't
you were
tell
just
him.
like, why does this thing keep beeping in my car?
So annoying. She actually threw it out the window. So annoying. Saskia from Lane Cove. Hi, Saskia.
How are you guys?
Good. Do you have a road toll daddy, Sass?
Well, it's got a twist. It's a road toll sister, and it's me.
Oh, you're the road toll daddy. So
yeah.
Whose road toll are you paying for?
So I was paying for my younger brothers, and I had no idea for like 5 years.
How did that happen?
We shared a car when we both lived at home with Mum and Dad, and then I moved overseas for 5 years, but the toll was on my account. But it was before internet banking and all that, so I didn't even look. The credit card bill came in. I just paid it. I didn't look at a statement because I was living overseas. And then I got home 5 years later, and I thought I better just check my accounts. And I've seen this thing, and I'm like, what is this bill? 5 years of road toll.
Oh, so you weren't even in the country, and all of a sudden you get this. Where were you living?
I was living in a country called Bahrain.
So, okay, so
okay.
you're living in Bahrain. You're like, geez, I drive over the Cahill Express a lot.
Did your brother know? Did your brother know it was yours, or he was unaware of where that money was going?
He didn't probably. He was so oblivious. He was a lot younger, like 4 years younger. So he was probably just like, oh, the tolls are free. He wouldn't have had a clue.
That is such a guy thing. Oh, free tolls. What are you talking about? Like paying for roads.
The beauty of a road toll daddy is it's just free, mate. Just free.
Saskia would have spent thousands of dollars for her brother.
Nakia, hi, Nakia.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Do you have a road toll daddy in your life?
No, I've got a road toll mummy.
Oh, talk us through
Who's
it.
your mummy?
Yeah.
Who is it, Nakia?
It's my mum. So for the past few years since I was 16, I've been using my mum's car, and I didn't know, but she had her toll in the compartment in the middle of the car. So it actually wasn't on the window.
Okay.
And every time I'd drive through a toll, I'd hear a beep in the car, but I was unaware of where that beep was coming from.
The beep.
My mum...
Think to investigate?
No. My mum, she doesn't check her mail. She will see her mail with her name on it and she will chuck it in the bin. She's very bad for that. So for many years, my mum actually never opened the toll mail up until late last year. She ended up opening one on a random day and she realised she'd racked up a few $1,000s of fines in the toll. And it was due to me going to work all the time and I was unaware. So
thousands of dollars because she hadn't paid. She hadn't paid all the tolls that you'd been
Never
using.
Never paid one.
Oh. Did you have to pay her back or did she wipe the slate clean?
My mum's pretty chill like that. She said, clean slate, but I had to get my own tag, which is understandable. So this year I've got my own tag, but
well
for
done,
the past
mate.
few years it's been really good.
Well, Nakia, here's the thing. You can get your own tag connected to her card. She doesn't check her mail, mate.
What if you could get more of the Jimmy and Nath Show with Emma? You can with the podcast. Thanks to What If. You're only a what if away from great holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel.